Hello everybody, this is Daniel and welcome to Season 4, Episode 8 of this Watford series. But before we get started with the footage, I wanted to thank you guys. You know, I took 2 weeks off the YouTube scene, I came right back, uploaded a video, and you guys gave me so much love, telling me, you know what, don't worry about it, we still love you. I got over 500 likes on that video in the first day, absolutely amazing. You guys are literally the best subs I can ask for, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But we will start now with the squad progression. A lot of you guys asked to see this. As you see here, we will start off with Scott Loach. Not progressing any as of right now. He is of age 26. I do expect him to progress a lot more though throughout the season. Jenkinson a +1. Marvel Win nothing. Mangala though, look at all those stat increases early in this season. Shimanga and Rasmus Elm not really progressing. John Taylor already a +1 at my starting right mid. Abduk Razak Traore, a little bit of progression, and El Shaarawy already a +1, so that's really good to see from him, and only at 21 years of age, which is really crazy in my fourth season. Lucas Piazzone, you saw there some stat increases. None from Sigurdarsson or Gil Martin, even though he doesn't play. McGinn and Carriel, nothing really. And Nathan Redmond, my backup right mid, he has progressed a little bit. But right here, Matt Charles, my youth academy prospect, a +1, and Danny Green with some stat increases. So there is a squad progression. You know, early in the season, it's actually quite good to see a lot of those players already at a +1, and if not a +1, a lot of stat increase. So we will move on though to a league match versus Blackburn Rovers. As you see there, it seems that they have hired a very rich owner because they have signed Higuain and Sergio Aguero right here though off the attack. You know, Blackburn, what was first thought of to be kind of a team where we can scrape by, get our 3 points, and move on. They're going to be a tough challenge here. As you see, they're on the attack really early in the match. Shot off the post and a save by Loach early. But we will move on to the second half here, where I send a through ball to Sigurdarsson. He's going to hold this ball up, do a little advanced rainbow flick. Don't know why I did that. Kind of hard to skill the computer. But look at this. I just decided to put it in the mixer, and I think their goalkeeper gets kind of screwed up on that one, and Lucas Piazzone though places a header into the back of the net. I get lucky on my first chance to go up 1-0, but Blackburn's right back on the attack right here with Carmona, I believe is how you pronounce his name, just faking out my whole defense. Absolutely atrocious, horrid defending from me, and they get the equalizer there, and I believe the 55th minute. Right now though, you see me make a 3-man substitution. Lucas Piazzone was limping off there, but it was just, as it said, a dead leg to the quad is what they said. So he just kind of going to take the rest of the match off, and he'll be back with me the next match. But look at this ball movement here. I mentioned last video, I really want to kind of change my style of play. I do play on Legendary, and all the sliders are at the default setting. A lot of you guys asked that, so there's that to clear that one up. But I try to pass the ball around, find some movement, but right here we will move on. 76th minute, Mangala, I decide to have a long shot. It deflects off their player, as you will see here in the replay, and this is so close to going in. Kind of a beautiful shot there, but just goes just wide, and the game remains at 2-1. So I'm trying to get my 3 points here from Blackburn. Like I said, they've increased their side in the transfer window. Right here, Carmona over to Diego Costa. He's going to pass it back to Carmona, and he gets his second goal of the match, the second equalizer, and I walk away with 1 point. I did not catch the cutscene. I accidentally hit A because I was a little bit upset, and you can see the end game stats there. The match did end up 2-2, but we're going to move on here to a League Cup versus Derby, and I mentioned this in a previous episode in which the League Cup, as you see here, I'm starting players that don't normally start. Obviously, you'll see some regular starters in there, but those are the players who have high stamina and, you know what, can start a new match and play the next match after this. So like I was saying, the League Cup is not of my utmost priority. I'm kind of focusing on the Champions League and also league play, obviously. So right here, I did not expect this though. Right off the bat, a goal in the 5th minute by Davies. Great goal there by them though, moving the ball around, finding space. I hadn't even touched the ball yet in the match, but they come right back here in the 11th minute. You know what, like I said, I started some players that don't usually start, but I did not expect them to just be constantly on the attack. Their third chance coming up right here in only the 16th minute of FIFA time. That's pretty crazy right there. Loach, though, doing well to keep that this game in a manageable reach, to be honest. But in the 26th minute, once again, Davies on the ball. He's going to play this through to Davies, I believe. I think they do have two Davies, so... but Loach again with a great save. But look at this, guys. I cannot get anything going on the attacking side. A through ball here. over to Barker, over to Davies, and he gets his second goal of the match, puts Derby up 2-0. So I had to change some stuff around. I did make some substitutions, I believe, but in the 51st minute, Lucas Piazzone, great little Burba spin here. You guys know I'd love to do that and put him on his left foot, but he puts that one just wide of the goal, and the game remains 2-0. El Shaarawy, though, making a nice little run here. Maybe one too many touches, gets the ball stolen away from him, but Rasmus Elm is going to come over here, take the ball away, and suddenly it's a breakaway for Watford. Lucas Piazzone holds this ball up, puts a pass through to El Shaarawy, and he's definitely not going to miss from there. Match goes to 2-1, and I have a chance to tie this and go into extra time right here again. Lucas Piazzone with the Burba spin. Nice little finesse on his left foot. Tried to go near post that time, but I do end up losing that match. Not a big deal in my opinion. You know, FIFA decreases my reputation as a manager, but that's not that big of a deal. One match lost. So we will have to move on and concentrate on what is really important, and this is a league match versus Newcastle, and I need to bounce back because I believe that was, no, Manchester City in the last episode was the first loss of my season. Blackburn, I drew that match, so I'm looking to, you know, just get back into winning form, get back 3 points right here and keep, you know, into that top 4 spot that I want to end up in at the end of the season. The ball finds its way to Traore here. A nice little cross, putting it in the mixer for the first chance of the game. And Lucas Piazzone, having a great season already, heads that one into the back of the net. But you guys know on FIFA, they always say it, once you score, you are most vulnerable. And look at this, Newcastle, Santon on the ball. Going to cut this one back over to Tiote, over to Demba Ball, over to Obasi, and he is going to put this one in the back of the net past Loach, equalizing it at 1-1 in the 36th minute. Here we're going to skip ahead to the 43rd minute. Guthrie on the ball. He's going to pass this over to Gutierrez. He's going to just pass this back to Guthrie, over to Santon, and he's going to cross this over, and once again, first it was Carmona, then it was Davies, now it's Obasi. 2 goals against me in one match, and that is not good. My defense is a little bit lacking right now, and that's because I've been trying to get back into FIFA. As you guys know, I did take that break. 59th minute, though, we will move on here. I try to make a tackle there with Charles. I hit just the casual B button, but he just lays the player out. And you know what? Newcastle's on the penalty spot. Best on the ball. He's going to put this one right down the middle. And I go down 3-1. Not looking good to get my 3 points here, but I can try to squeeze out a draw. Right now in the 75th minute, Marvel Wynn on the ball. Plays a through ball to John Taylor. Look at this ball to El Shaarawy. Great pass. And you know what? Sweatbands are on, people. Over to Sigurdarsson. He's going to put that away. Kind of sketchy there, sneaking that into the near post. But I do go to 2-3, so I have a chance to, you know, get a point out of this match. Lucas Piazzone try to find some space. Another great through ball to Sigurdarsson. I try to put my sweatbands on again. He was offsides anyways, and they interrupt that pass, and I lose that match 2-3. So not a good episode for me, as I get 2 losses and a draw. So we will look at the league tables now. Not much movement. A lot of you guys asked where Chelsea was, and they are sitting in 14th place, which is kind of weird to see as they do have such a strong side. Norwich, Fulham, and Tottenham down there in the bottom 3. I dropped down to 5th place with 13 points. But once again, it is early in the season, and anything can happen at this point. And you also see their Manchester United's winning streak is over now, as they did get a draw. But we will move on. I have a huge match against Real Madrid in the Champions League coming up next episode. So if you want to subscribe and stay up to date with this Watford series, once again, I'm going to try my best to upload a lot in the coming weeks. To apologize for the 2 weeks that I took off. So subscribe if you guys haven't. And guys, once again, best subs I can ask for. I truly appreciate my great welcome back from you guys, and it means a lot to me. Probably sounds kind of mushy and squishy, but thank you guys for that, and I will talk to you guys next episode. Peace.